got involved with the NRA when I was about 10 or 11 years old as a member of a Cub Scout troop in Cincinnati, Ohio. And there was a church in the neighborhood that, believe it or not, had a rifle range in the basement. As I recall, it was Wednesdays. I would carry my target rifle and 100 rounds of ammunition to school and put it in the coat room with my bagged lunch and my coat, and that's where the rifle stayed until school was over, and I picked up the rifle and my books and the ammunition and walked on down the street to the church to shoot. Times are a little different, aren't they? Since I was a little kid, I've always been interested in military history, and I still am. Read endlessly about military history. I collected guns because I wanted to understand what the guns were like. Everything from a 1747 Brown Bess musket up to the current rifles that are made today. You might say I've had it for a long time, a desire to touch it, to understand it, to feel it, to know what it's like. And that's what got me into competitive shooting, wanting to understand how to shoot that M1 rifle, a piece of history. And I think that carries over into the vehicles. This interest in military history led me to decide that I really wanted to have one military vehicle. And everybody starts with a Jeep. A year or so later, I bought a weapons carrier, and then a command car, and then a 2.5-ton truck. And then in 1985, I met a fellow who lives in Indiana, Fred Ropke, and I asked him what he collected, and he said he collects tanks. And I thought, tanks, that sounds fascinating. Wouldn't it be fun to try that? So with Fred's help, I got into the game of armored vehicles, and it's kind of gone crazy since that time. So this is an M19 Duster, filled with barn in Warrenton, Virginia. This is a British Valentine. Had my car and my wife's car outside in the driveway, military vehicles in the garage. This is the M4A3 Sherman. This is an M18 Hellcat. This is an M7 Priest. I decided that I really had to shape up and bought this place where we now have the collection is housed. And I don't know how many are in the collection, maybe 85, 90, something of that sort, something under 100. Everything from motorcycles to 120,000-pound tanks. It's the experiential thing that's really fascinated me. It's not that I have to have every tank. That's not it at all. I mean, that would be insanity. Maybe this is insanity. I don't know.